What's up, YouTube? This is Brandon here with Creations Reef, and I'm giving you guys the 1 year update on my 125-gallon Mixed Reef Aquarium. So first thing wanted to show you guys is the entire fish room and the decorations and everything that went into it. Just helps tie the whole room in together and really makes it stand out as a piece of furniture that's a high-end accessory versus just a fish tank sitting in your house. Alright, so first thing we'll go into is just kind of a brief overview of the equipment. I run 3 of the black box LEDs, the 165 watt Chinese LEDs, full spectrum. And I've been using these for a while and they work great on the tank. As you can see, they grow all corals, not expensive, and they get the job done. I have them set up on timers to go on and off. And then the pumps I use are the Jabo pumps. I have 2 of those on there, and they really rock this tank, keep the flow going. Really happy with them over the years that I've been using them. And then I have everything mounted over here on my Apex in the control board area. A lot of my switches, battery backup, controllers, and all that stuff like that. And underneath the tank here, as you can see, this is where my sump refugium is. All the equipment that you see here. Have a 40 breeder that I DIY'd to make a sump. So you can see that's been working out good for me, but have the water come down usually into filter socks. I have my 2 little plugs up top here for the Apex, where I have everything plugged into. But usually, sometimes I run filter socks, sometimes I don't. But I have my little Jabo brand protein skimmer that's been doing great for me. And I recently attached a CO2 scrubber, just trying to get some of that CO2 out, get that pH levels up. And my auto top off with Kalkwasser. And here in the second chamber, I have my dual media reactor, in which I'm running high efficiency GFO and carbon, and my refugium that I have Chaeto in, and just trying to get that population up and pull some of those nutrients out. And in my last chamber, I have my Jabo return pump and a UV sterilizer, and have a fan in which I use for cooling, and a couple float switches back there. One for my auto top off, and the other one is an emergency float switch. If the sump starts overflowing, it'll turn everything off. So that's pretty much it on equipment. We'll go ahead and jump into the livestock. So got a pretty good variety of fish in this tank. My largest one is my blue hippo tang, which I love. All the kids love it. They know it as Dory, and definitely a focal point in the tank. I've got a sailfin tang in here that's been doing really good, really healthy. I have my Clarky clownfish, which actually are both hosting their anemone. And they are a mated pair now, and they make babies on a regular basis. I'd say every week or so I'm seeing a batch of babies in there. I have my black domino damsel, who is really good community fish. My 2 green chromis, the only 2 that have lasted over the dozens that I've added. These 2 hold it out. And my royal grama, really unique personality, has great coloration that it adds to the tank. And just a regular blue damselfish who just destroys my sand bed, always digging up stuff, gets annoying sometimes. And yep, that's pretty much it on the fish for now. They're all been doing really good. Oh, and my yellow tang, can't forget about him. So that's 3 tangs in the tank right now, but they all been doing great. So moving on to corals, I have this really large Kenya tree colony that is just dropping off little babies everywhere. So I usually, once I get so many, I'll either give some away or go take it to the fish store for credit, which you don't really get too much, but hey, whatever. And then some of my mushrooms I have here. I've also got a little Duncan colony that's just looking for it. It's got a lot of little heads on it. And then my trumpets, green trumpets, and then my green star polyps have grown a lot on that back overflow over there. Got my two anemones here. Started out as one and is split into two. And then a orange, I always forget the name of this guy, but it's really nice, good growth patterns. And a Cyphastria that's been recovering, coloring up pretty good. And I have my large Gorgonia colony here, really big focal point in the tank. And then I have some various Monty caps, as you can see here, a purple Monty, some little green ones in the back, and my very large, massive red colony of Monty cap that keeps growing out good, real standout in the tank. One of my more recent additions has been my blue Maxima clam. Very beautiful specimen. It's kind of just adjusting itself to the tank, so sometimes it's fully open, but sometimes it doesn't. And then to the right of that, I have my couple acans that I have, and they've kind of been hit or miss. Sometimes they'll remain like this, and there'll be other times where they puff up and have their tentacles out. But over there, I have my pallies and zoas, and got some big button zoas there, and these various ones all throughout here. Just they're doing decent in the tank, not really too much. And then another Monty that I have, and a crusting type, I believe it's called a Sunset Monty. And then I have a mushrooms. That's kind of my thing I'm getting into now, is some of the high-end mushrooms. So really liking some of those. Just starting to collect some of those, Jawbreaker and various ones there. And then I have my neon green trumpets. And then up here is kind of my SPS section that I have various acros, got digis, Poeciloporas, Monty caps, various acros, and stylos and stuff like that. So this whole section up here is just a lot of my more recent additions, and just really looking forward to seeing what it's going to look like when a lot of these small frags really start growing out and coloring up. So here is one of my favorite corals, the bubble coral. It's LPS, and I really just always love the way it looks. Got some green star polyps, the neon type growing back here on this rock, and those really stand out. And it's some like a xenia type or whatever growing on the back of it as well. And then down here I have my little Recordia garden, just collecting various little Recordias and different mushrooms. Like I said, I really am into mushrooms, so just trying to get a variety of different types of mushrooms. And over here you have my Euphyllia section. I've got a various types of Euphyllia here, frog spawn, a hammer here, and then this really large one here is my wall hammer, and it's a splatter wall hammer. Very nice pickup that I got. And then encrusting Monty here. I believe this one's Sunset Monty, or the other one might be a reverse sunset, I'm not sure. And then just some more little mushrooms down here, Recordia and different various ones. Then I have this pulsating xenia colony, which is doing really good in my tank. It provides a lot of movement and color to the tank. Good thing is it doesn't actually grow. And up top here, just got some more little, some Euphilia. Got a torch here and a neon green frog spawn in the back. So this side of the tank got a lot of movement, and then I'm actually getting to the point where I got some frags off of some of these colonies that I have. So I'm trying to resell these to some of the people in the community, or take them to the store. So got top down look here. This is always everybody's favorite view of the tank, by far my favorite. As you can see, you can really see the colors of this blue Maxima clam when you're looking at it from the top down. Very amazing clam. Glad that I picked that up. But yep, that's one thing that really stands out is Monty caps and different SPS. You can really see the full coloration of them and get a different perspective on them when you're looking at them from the top down. All right, so that's going to do it for this update, the 1 year update on this 125-gallon Mixed Reef Aquarium. The tank's been doing great. I have a few more additions that I want to add as far as livestock, but for the most part, this tank is fully stocked, so just looking forward to the continued progress and growth. If you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.